the part of building brand legend that people most associate with is the visual handwriting part. So this is the bit that people go, oh yeah, this is branding, this is what people mean by brand. And you know, this is the design bit, the fun bit, I think people always look forward to. My experience has been that it is really, really critical, but the way to get to a brilliant visual design, handwriting, language, whatever you call it, is actually to start with the words and really start with what does the business stand for, what is the purpose, why do you exist, how do you talk about yourself. And I think the big mistake that most people make is that they jump towards design way too quickly. And what I would highly recommend is doing 50% of the work in first really nailing down who you are and why you exist. That words, really put those words down on paper, make people believe in it. Then using that as a brief to design work. And when that happens, it's just so much more de-risked, and the chance of you coming out with something that everybody subscribes to is much greater. And I think all great brands have done that. If you can get it right, it can be an amazing way of you brand building really sustainably. And when we talk about sustainable brand building, that's where you can become a profitable business, so you don't have to spend too much money on marketing, because your design style, as well as your tone of voice, as well as everything else you've done, work for you. Now, there are some bits, there are some types of products and services that rely more on design than others. So, for example, you're on a supermarket shelf, you're a food and drink brand, or you are a beauty brand. Your design of your packaging is so crucial, and somebody's got 0.5 seconds, if that, to decide whether they're going to pick up your product or not. And so you have to think so carefully about what is the message that's going to really land with customers, and really doing some market research and understanding what that is. And actually, a lot of time what we do is take a photo of the shelf that it's going to be on and work out what is going to really stand out. Sometimes white packaging stands out in a really colourful category. Sometimes colourful stuff stands out in a really white category. So it's really important to think about shelf standout. In some categories, having a logo is really important. If you're on a fashion brand, it's really important to have a logo to be able to use for different things. If you're a service-based business, actually logos don't necessarily always matter. And so don't always obsess with I've got to have this logo. I think about what is going to communicate your purpose, your story in the best possible way.